Hi everybody, this is Joe. Welcome to our today's Hello King Wen session. Okay, so who is King Wen? King Wen is basically the person that invented the Bagua or the 8 trigrams. And today, many of us who are studying the Yi Jing divination, we use this tortoiseshell and the coin system that invented by him to actually erect a hexagram. So basically what we do is that we basically use the tortoiseshell, we put in the 3 coins, and then we shake 6 times. Okay, and every time when the coins fall out from the tortoiseshell, we draw either a broken line or actually a solid line. Okay, then we form a hexagram and we do our reading. Simple as that. Okay, so what triggered me to do this video is that because yesterday I received a message from a student from overseas. So this student has actually studied Qimen Dunjia from me, but he has not actually studied the King Wen Yi Jing divination course from me yet. Okay, but he has previously done some courses and own reading somewhere. Okay, so he wanted to ask me, so I'm okay. Even though he has not studied from me, I am actually happy to help him to check what his problem. So he actually asked a question about forex. He says that the euro dollar price will it move up or down in this period of time from 1745 to 2100 hours on 25th September. Okay, so that is the question that he framed, that he want to ask Yi Jing. So what I did is that I actually got his permission also to copy and paste his questions on the screen here for you to take a look. He said he used the Wen Wang method. Wen Wang is King's Wen, okay, to erect the hexagram. So this part here on the left hand side, this is the original hexagram, and this is on the right hand side the transform hexagram. Why is there a transform hexagram? For some of you that have actually so-called gone through this so-called learning journey on Yi Jing, you will know that whenever there is a moving line, it will actually have a transform hexagram. In this case, okay, on the right hand side here, this part here, this is the day and the month that he did his divination. So he mentioned that the line of wealth is hidden behind friends. What he means is that the so-called the money, the wealth, yao means the line, is actually hidden. Okay, it is not originally shown in the original hexagram. It was hidden. Of course, there's a concept about this. So he realized that the line of friend is weak. Right? The line of friends is just like what we study in Bazi, friend star, Rockwell star. Okay, we just collectively call it a friend. It's weak in the season, and it's not supported by the rabbit day. Okay, the wealth line is strong because what happened is that if you take a look at the season, it is a metal season producing the wealth, which is the zi water here. So it is strong and it's supported by the moving line. The moving line is this rooster line here, yo. It's moving, therefore it can support the zi line. Okay. However, instead the price go up, it actually went down. Okay, so he asked what went wrong? Since the wealth line is supposed to be strong, is there something wrong? He also asked that the red is in the void. Void means 空亡, but get support from the season. I cannot understand the red anyway here in the void. Okay, this is a separate question about 空亡. Okay, so maybe you will give me some clue so that I understand where my mistakes are in divination. Thank you. Okay, so let me just blow this up a bit. Okay, so just to take a look at again. This is the original hexagram versus the transform hexagram. And when we are asking about, say, stocks and share, normally our useful god, our Yong Shen, we have to zoom into and focus on the money line. Okay, another tip is that when I teach the so-called using Yi Jing to do prediction for stock movement, we also need to look at the friend line. Okay, because both line will affect the stock price movement or the forex price movement. Okay, so I realized that after looking at what he wrote to me, I realized that many students are confused with the following points. Okay, first thing first, is it the month or day earthly branch that takes precedence? Number two, what happens if the question you ask, the Yong Shen, the subject matter, does not appear in the hexagram? Third, what is the principles for void or Kong Wang? So generally, these are, I would say, the top three things that students fumble over with. Okay. So the purpose of today's video is allow me to try to so-called address some of these issues here. Of course, certain question I may not be able to give a complete final answer because it involves a few more steps before we come to the answer. So apologize that I can only cover this in the class. So confusion number one, is it the month or day earthly branch that takes precedence in influencing the strength of Yao of Yong Shen? Okay, so usually before we do the divination, we have to plot the 八字 of the day. Okay, so and the focus here is always we look at the month branch and the day branch. Okay, because they will have an impact on the strength of the useful god. Okay, on the outcome of a situation. All right, but the problem here is that students got into confusion because there are potentially four scenarios, which means that your useful god, your subject matter is money. Sometimes the day branch support the money line. The month branch also support. This is actually a very direct, clear-cut situation. Okay, this means that the money line definitely is strong. But sometimes you get into the situation of 50-50. The day support, but the month does not support. Or the month support, but the day does not support. Oh, then this is going to cause a lot of so-called confusion. And students usually stress over this, including practitioner. So they do not know. So now it's a 50-50 situation. So am I supposed to read the money line as strong or weak? You know, and of course the last scenario is both does not support. Okay, and this is very clear cut. That means the money line is weak. Okay, so this is something that I first of all want to highlight. Confusion number two, which is more related to the question asked by the student in this instance. What happened when the Yong Shen, the subject matter, does not appear in the hexagram? Here on the left. On the right, basically what I did is that I use my own apps, okay, which can be downloaded from App Store. I translate it because I have a bilingual version for this. So I translate to English for you here. So in this case, this is exactly the same hexagram, but over here I got additional information in English. Okay, so the question here is about money because it's about the forex and the stock price. So we have to look at money Yao, but unfortunately, if you look at the lines over here, there is nothing here about money. So in more technical term, we say that the Yong Shen 不上卦, the useful god or the subject matter did not appear at all. Actually, this is, let me just share with you a trade secret. This is a sign of so-called weak money luck. Okay, because the money did not appear. And sometimes you have to, because of this situation, go into another topic. One needs to then enter into another layer of analysis by looking at this concept known as 辅神, 非神. I call it the conceal and the flying god. Let me just go back. So 辅神 means conceal, which means the money line, which is the 子 here. There are, of course, steps to arrive. Why the 子 is here? This will be mentioned in the class. There's a formula to follow. Okay. So now 子 is the concealed god, and it's written usually next to the 非神. Okay. In this case, we have to read the relationship between them and do analysis. Unfortunately, in this case, the outcome is not auspicious at all. Okay. Confusion number 3. Okay. When we talk about Kong Wang in the study of this King Wen Yi Jing system, okay, we need to first of all determine the Kong Wang star for the day and for the lines. In this case, it is red and ox. Okay. And there are two types of void, yeah? Two types of Kong Wang. One is called the Zhen Kong, and the other one is a Jia Kong. Genuine void means seriously the line is under void, under Kong Wang permanently. There is no chance for the void to say become a real one. Sorry, excuse me. Genuine means there's no chance for the void, to become not voided, in my term. All right. The other one is called fake void, 假空, means it is only temporary void. There will be a time that it comes that make this void become no longer void. Okay. So this is the concept. We call it out of void situation that will lead to out of void. And this is extremely, extremely important in the study of King Wen system, because then you will know that, for example, when will your money line become strong again, become useful again? And from there, you can predict events of happening. Okay? So I've actually mentioned 3 easily confused principles here. Last but not least, a lot of students, they are not able to confidently determine the Yong Shen or the subject matter when the divination question is asked. For instance, will investing in this house bring me good money luck or not? Okay, this is a very, very frequently asked question by customer and student. So in this case, there are 2 subject matter seemingly appearing on this sentence. First thing first, house. And house is usually represented by resource line. Money luck is represented by, of course, money line. In this case, which one do you look at? Okay, a lot of people are still confused. All right. So, well, in case you are interested in our program, we have a 2-day complete program. Everything will be downloaded to you. Any or all necessary information about King Wen Yi Jing system will be imparted on you. It's a 2-day, full-day complete program, and tortoiseshell, a copper tortoiseshell, and the coins will be given. And other interesting insights that Yi Jing can provide, but not limited to, are all at the following bullet point. You can take a look, and you can even ask things like, hey, I'm going to buy this car. So am I going to get a lemon or not? What is the issue with this car? And a lot of students like to ask, of course, about the money luck within the next 3 months, 6 months, about business partnership, about love, romance, whether this girl like me or not. Because you can't get a girl's 八字, right? So you can ask Yi Jing whether the girl like you or not, or whether the guy like you or not. And up to a certain extent, what kind of, how intense is the love between the 2 of you, all right? And so on, etc., etc. Okay? In fact, we can do a so-called a remote assessment of your house feng shui just via Yi Jing to find out where are the sa qi coming from, to find out whether this house can bring you good money luck or not, to find out whether this house can bring you, say, good career luck or not. Okay? Say before you even invest in this house, find out first about the feng shui of this house without physically going down to check the feng shui. Okay? So, of course, our so-called most valuable part about our course is for me to share with you some useful tips about Yi Jing and stocks and forex. There are some research that have been done, okay, by of course highly respected masters in the community, and of course based on my own experience, I combine their knowledge, my knowledge and experience, and I have been putting it into good use. So I hope to be able to share some useful tips with the students, just to have fun. And of course, if you are really into investment, you can combine both your technical analysis as well as the Yi Jing there's a specialized so-called a set of rules to follow and not to follow when you are going to sell or buy your stocks and shares. So if you are interested, you can always email us to find out about the course fee, early bird fee, and when is the next course likely to take place. In fact, I'm going to plan for a course likely to be in December. So if you are keen, just drop us an email. All right. Thank you very much for watching this.